You niggas so alive on the internet. Gas each other up, your shit is dead in the flesh. I mean for real, nigga. No slave ships, I know some real niggas. Before it's all over, I'm tryna build with them. Cause we been out here putting this work like we some field niggas. About time we eat off the shit and made us some real figures. Turn on the lights and watch the roaches run. Might really roll me one. A crown full of thorns, I feel like the holy one. Sacrifices weigh on my shoulder, this is a lonely run. So many rap delusions of grandeur, but you don't owe me love.
We're back. Welcome to another great episode of the C On Pod. I am still your boy, Jafter J, the waviest man on the planet. And I'm not alone. Nah, the man I'm usually with. He's on the outside.
You had to replace him.
He looks different, he's taller.
And
I'm turning up behind the camera. Nah, you get with NQO, bro. That's it for me.
Yeah, he's always just chilling, man. And as you can see, man, we with the man, the myth, the legend, the homie. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that because we always speak about you on this part, bro. Always.
Speaking about you,
Been speaking about you on this episode. And it's an honor to have you, bro. We got the legendary Kumbu Key.
It's all like too many.
Like there's a lot of people.
you must put that sound.
Exactly.
No, welcome, Kumbu. How are you,
Thank
my
you so
brother?
much, man. I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. It's good to be here. Always fun. You know this guy's energy is always like this, so I'm happy to be here, man. Thank you for having me.
I'm glad. Thank you for coming through, bro. Thank you for coming through. So, what actually this is we liked to have like a listening session.
Shit. Yeah.
Are we going to be able to do it?
You know what?
Will the sound come out?
Let's not listen to the music.
Let's talk about
Let's
the
talk
music.
about the music.
Let's
I wanna-
let the
'cause that's
people
the
go
Let's let the people go
and
and
look
listen
for the
to
music and listen to the music.
Exactly, bro.
Yes. Okay, cool. So, since Vele was speaking about the EP, Kumbu dropped an EP 3 months ago? Beginning of the year, am I right?
Jan.
Beginning
Beginning of the year. The EP is called Unlocked Kumbu Keys. You find it on all digital platforms. Please go check that out. There's some song that we put on. I think it's episode 3.
Yeah, 3.
I think it's episode 3. Yeah.
In the last thingy.
Yeah. So go check.
At the end
end
of
of
the
the episode. Yeah.
That one track.
Because we speak about you a lot here, bro.
Sure.
And it's not even my prerogative.
I get it.
To be honest, it just happens. Like I don't know how.
You're
This guy, no. Besides, I don't think it has anything to do with being a superstar, but we spend a lot of time
together
with NQO, so.
Yeah, so NQO and Kumbu are actually cousins. Or is he your uncle?
We cousins.
You cousins. So like your moms or your dads are sisters.
Yeah,
Baza,
like
man.
They're sisters.
my.
Is that the right word? They're
No,
sisters.
brothers and sisters.
My dad and Bobo, they're sisters.
Yo, bro, stop correcting me on this thing, bro. Embarrassing me in front of kids.
Yeah, no, Kuzan, my mom is Ngo's father's younger sister, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay, no,
Actually.
Yeah.
that's cool. And then your side of the family got all the talent.
Actually, like my mom's side of the family, I'll tell you how this whole started. How this whole music thing started. We used to like play church, like when we were.
You used to play church. What does
Yeah,
that mean?
we used to basically like play church, basically.
Like you'd have
I
church
would
in your
yeah.
room.
I would be the keyboard player.
Actually,
Okay.
But there's no keyboard.
Okay.
There was this brown pillow that we had. It was massive. It was a big pillow, but the way it was shaped, it was a triangle shape.
So it looked like it was.
So it looked like a keyboard. So whenever you put it on the table, it was like this small.
Okay.
So whenever you put it on the table, you'd have. It was just me. I would have that, that feeling that, the keyboard,
Yeah.
And so there were these guys that we always looked up to in church, and we always wanted to play in these conferences, but we weren't allowed to play because we were still young. They were like the big.
What age group am I thinking?
When we started, or
like when you were doing
All of
this
this,
pretend playing music.
I think this was at the age of 13.
And were you listening
Maybe
to
younger.
Maybe even before.
Maybe younger. I think maybe age of 8.
We were very-
We were like 8.
We were very young. I suck at remembering
Yeah.
Yeah.
like all of these.
And at this time, were you listening to a lot of music, or is it just seeing people in church,
was-
and it just looks cool to be behind the piano?
Yeah, I was actually exposed kakulu in the church more than anything. I was exposed in the church. I grew up there. That's where basically my skill and my talent basically got developed in the church. I used to sleep in my tent, dude.
That's
It was like
Where's that day?
not really sleep literally there, but it was a matter of
Where's that
ukuthi
tent?
yeah, it was a matter of ukuthi njalo uma khona umfundisi obeka itende endaweni ethize kuyaziwa ukuthi hayi kuzofonelwa my parents.
yeah.
Obviously because I was still a minor, and then siyacela sicela indodana yakho whatever.
To come
You know.
through and play.
But like as we grew up, okay, so we used to play church, and then like my other cousin used to play drums, and my other cousin used to preach. And as we grew up, these things happened exactly like that. Like
Actually.
the guy who was playing drums, he played
Plays
drums, on the
drums.
man.
Yeah, he does play drums.
Yeah, well,
Are we not allowed to say his name or something?
we are.
Pumlani.
Pumlani. So does he play drums like professionally or
No, well,
Church.
in church.
in church?
But he's just good. He's good enough to play in church,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
and,
That's a
and
good-
other
that's a
platforms
good
as well.
stuff.
So and his brother used to preach a lot, and then there was a time where he was also
was
actually preaching as well,
evangelist, yeah.
evangelist, you know.
That's crazy.
So that's how it all started. I mean, like I was always on the keyboard. Then I grew up loving this thing in the church. Babona potential. As a minor dude, I grew up loving this thing, and then only Masasengi singing Dala. Like I went to varsity. I went to study marketing and business management. I told mom, I was like, dude, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be.
Isn't that the typical music story?
Yeah, I think everybody tells us. But I think this is what we all, we all go through. Like we just like.
So the whole time, sorry, I don't mean to cut you
Yeah,
off.
yeah,
The
sure.
whole time when you were like in varsity, are you thinking about wanting to do music while you're doing your degree?
I had never thought of production. Like
You just thought about playing the
it was
keys.
just playing. I thought about playing in a band,
Okay.
which was something that we were developing really, but it was just stuck in the church. We were stuck in the church. We couldn't get out. We weren't getting bookings anywhere else because we were just known as the church
Church guys,
musicians. Only until I went to Howard College did things start unraveling themselves. That's where I started getting the gigs. Now this is like live music.
Okay.
So the exposure, I got a lot of that at Howard College because you'd get a lot of people come there to look for musicians to work with.
Where are you playing at Howard College? Is there like a hall?
So there's a music school there.
Okay.
So there's just a music school, music department, and that was just where we were basically the whole time. That's where all the musicians are.
Okay. Just to quickly, I just want to go back to you went from playing this big ass pillow, and who teaches you now to play the actual piano that
Yeah.
you're good enough to play in church?
Yeah. So there's another cousin of mine, Kamala Kunkule.
It's all in the family, eh?
It's
Look
in
at
the
these guys.
family. We had to.
Even Umbule, there was another cousin of ours.
Yeah.
An older cousin who taught him how
Yeah.
to play.
Okay.
We had to keep it like it had to be in the family because we did things together. We did everything together. We didn't have when we were growing up. We didn't have friends to go to and spend time with.
We
When
were,
it was,
you just
we were
all
our
together.
own friends.
when it was holidays, what was he on Djibouti?
Scaffold.
So
Okay.
You know,
okay,
so-
okay.
so my cousin Maxi. Max leli igama
Maxi
lakhe
Fabrice.
mina Max. Ngimbiza ngo maximum risk. He knows why. I think he knows why. But
Yes, ma'am, please.
but that guy taught me how to play, and it was the most basic thing. He taught me how to play the most basic thing. Like it was triads. Triads are just 3 notes, and wangifundisa ngengoma eyodwa nje.
Do you remember the song?
Jesu no unobubele na da da. I was playing like that.
Yeah.
I played it like that. Hey, even at church when I got the chance, my bonny keyboard, I would go there and play
just
that
go
thing
ham on
like
it.
I know what I'm doing, and people were just like this kid, you know. But
You thought you were killing it, and everybody's like,
but I'll
he's
tell you
cute.
something. Like after that, from that song,
Yeah.
I don't know how my mind did it. I built everything like else from that because that song basically has all the numbers. I like most of the numbers that I need, like to create a progression, like when I'm playing or to make up a song or whatever.
Yeah.
So that song consists of most of those chords that I need. So I used all of that and tried playing other songs, basic songs.
Off just that bass.
He
Of
didn't.
that one song.
Max didn't teach me. He taught me the basics,
Mm.
like just a basic song, because it's hard to teach a person how to play and all of that. And at that time, he wasn't a teacher. He was just umuntu odlala.
Yeah.
So the only chance I got to learn was that way, and also to look at people, and people would give me stuff, and you know. But then when I went to Howard, things got a bit better because I got to. And I went there because I wanted to understand what I'm doing. I went to Howard saying but I wanted to understand what am I playing, you know.
So you didn't have any knowledge about like the keys, the
Couldn't
octaves, or
Couldn't
reading the
read.
music? No.
Couldn't do anything. I could just play
Just
by
know
ear.
how to play the music.
I wanna by ear, like when it comes to,
To the keys.
I'm very sharp. Like my ear is quite sharp. Yeah,
you
but
can hear it in the music.
yeah, but because I learned how to play by ear. I think it makes it stronger. I couldn't read, couldn't, you know. But when I went to Howard, we learned how to read and all of those things. Eventually, you obviously can't get through it if you cannot read music.
Yeah.
So
So wait, did you leave your marketing degree and then go to
I was
study music?
2 years into the marketing degree, I was like,
It's not the one.
I'm not gonna be in the office sitting there.
Sure,
I
my
wanna
favorite
perform.
boy.
You wanna perform?
And at that time, I hadn't thought of DJing or whatever. I
So
thought
DJ comes being
DJ
DJ
comes
comes later.
later. Someone else introduces that world.
Okay, let's stay on the piano quickly.
Yeah.
So you learn the piano now. Howard College, you start performing, you start gigging in this whole thingy. When does now the confidence to start making your own music? I assume you start making your own music on the piano.
Okay. First of all, at Howard, you're forced to compose.
You're
At
forced to
school.
compose.
Well,
know
you
that.
can't, bro,
I didn't
bro.
know that.
It's just that people think that you know, when you tell people I'm studying music, people think you're just going to play.
Yeah.
It is insane. Even if you knew how to play, like, let's just say you know the basics.
Yeah.
Don't ever think you could go there and it would be a walk in the park. It is crazy. It's just as hard as many of these other courses
Yeah.
because there's a lot to do.
In my head, when you're studying music, I'm thinking that you're studying other people's music that's already been written and
You have to compose. Whatever you compose, you have to write it down. Music, you have to write the music
like musically.
The notes.
The notes,
The music.
music notes.
The music. Not like writing. Oh,
No,
got that.
not lyrics.
Yeah, not lyrics.
Not
I'm
lyrics.
thinking like.
What's
we
it?
have to be clear.
You have to have a score. It's called a score.
Yeah.
Your song has to be in a score. You have to be able to give it to
A
a
player,
band.
and they can play it.
The whole band must be playing
Off
what
your
you-
notes.
off your notes, basically. You have to
I
compose
didn't
music.
know that.
You have to perform. When you're performing, there's a thing that happens whereby you perform on Wednesday for abantu that are just coming to watch a live show, and this is at school. This is one of your exams. It's not just about playing. There's theory. It's
So
crazy.
you have to play for people for an exam.
It's a lot.
That's crazy.
For your exam, kuhlela obaba abadala, like, you know, and it's jazz. It's only jazz, strictly jazz. It's a
Yeah.
jazz institute. So kuhlela abantu abadala, dude. So I wasn't exposed to jazz.
Mm.
I was exposed to gospel.
Yeah.
When I got there, I told my lecturer, I said, "Hey, dude, I can't do this." I said,
What's your lecturer's reaction now?
He's
to
like,
you?
"Hey, he was the best, bro. That guy was the best piano, was the best lecturer, I would say. He was strict, but he had reasons. His reasons were, I want the best out of you." He just said, he had a beard. He always used to touch his beard like this. He just
Touch
said,
your beard, so you can try.
Nah, it wasn't this. It was long. It was longer than this. Hence why I'm going like this. I touched the whole thing like this, bro.
Like those Chinese movies.
Yo,
you know, those
yo,
Chinese
yo.
movies?
But anyway, his name is Burton Naidu. Dude, he's a very dope pianist. Still is. And he just said, no, 6 months we'll be done with this. Don't worry. 6 months, because I had an issue of not being able to play on different keys.
So in your music group, are you only playing piano or you're not playing any other
It was
instruments?
just piano. I only did piano.
Okay.
So now you must understand, if you can't play in other keys, it's a bit of a mission to get through, because the songs are in different keys, and the piano you have to be able to play all keys.
Okay.
So when I got there, I was a gospel cat. I transposed. I couldn't play in other keys because in church we use keyboards that have machines that are able to change the
To
key.
change the key, yeah.
Now the piano is actually, you can't change no keys. It's just as raw as it is. You have to play the different key. Understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
So-
So that's the difference between a piano and a keyboard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, keyboard, there are functions that you can tweak a lot of things.
Yeah.
Piano, you can't really tweak. It's the raw sound. That's
Yeah.
why it's so expensive. You can't just have a piano in your house. When people have pianos in their house, they pay quite a fortune.
Quite a big amount.
You know, so this guy was like, I said, I have a problem. I can't play in different keys. I don't know jazz. I said, don't worry, 6 months you'll be done. In 6 months,
He's doing
man,
this as well.
in 6 months I was playing.
He was that good.
He says, he made an example. I said, look at this guy. Do you remember when this guy came in? Couldn't play for Jack. Couldn't play at all. But look at him. 6 months, like, it's so quick. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it because I was like, I can't do that. I can't even read this thing. Yeah, bro. But it's amazing how quickly we were able to adapt. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So
And you now being able to play, did that ignite something in you?
yeah, I mean, like now me being able to play the way that I play now, even though like I could be better than what I am. Like I really feel like from where I come from, Faith, I've actually grown. You know, I've come a long way. No manje indaba yokudlala sekuyinto, you know, that's on the way or whatever the case may be. But it's like it's always in my hands. You know, it's something that I feel like, you know, I can't lose it. You know, so I've really come a long way from the days of learning the da to going into a jazz institute. And what I did was I just made sure with the knowledge that I'm getting, I don't limit my mind to just jazz, because that's gonna basically close me into this box whereby I can't
Play other
play
genres.
other genres, or you know.
So now, how do you transition now? When does the DJing thing come?
Yeah, so basically, while we were at Howard, I met this guy who's my friend right now. I'd say he's my best friend because this guy I know him from like, you know, ever since we started foundation at Howard, because we had to start from foundation, then get to your first year and everything. So we were, for the first time, we weren't so close, but well, like he used to sit far from me.
Yeah.
His name is Ntwana R. He's also in the game.
I know you have a mixtape with him, innit?
I've got
First one.
we dropped an EP with him. It's called Under House Arrest. It was during COVID. It was like a duo. I got a couple of projects that I've done with him as well, but he's one of the best in Durban. And so at that time, we were still in Howard studying and all of that. In the class, he was always like in the front because he used to come like, he's a person who comes like this. Let's just say we're meeting at 7, he'll come there like literally like 5 to or 2 minutes to just in time. You know? So he used to come like that at school. He used to be able to like Kali's card, so I'm gonna leave home at this time to get to school at that time.
Right,
You know, so you'll be sitting there thinking, hey, I guess you just rock up. So this guy, I used to think I used to think whatever the case may be. But there was just something about us that made us different from everyone in the class. I think it was just the knowledge and the love for music, you know. Even though we were in a jazz institute, but our mind was not locked into that. So
He plays keys as well.
yeah, he was also in the piano clubs. So we clicked like that. Kanti, and he has a whole lot more experience in the production side of things now.
Okay.
So he did sound. He graduated in sound and all of that. So sound obviously means creative, the creative side of things. So this the production and all of that, and the DJing part as well. He was also DJing. You know, I DJ CDJ amadala.
He's been in the game for quite a while.
Dala nje bangqama igama to DJ.
He had a creative thingies.
You know, it is
Creative
like I
records
want
and
it. So like
Not that old.
He's not that old at all. But he's been there. It's just that now what he isn't was uqala ukuvela manje, you know. And this guy, there was a time where we were just like, hey, let's just make music. You know, he had the equipment, so I'd go to his place, visit, try and make music. If I played you the music that we made, Sakala, hey, it's like sometimes when we listen to it now, bruh, we just like, what are we doing? Yo!
But like usually,
Yo.
It's crazy.
Usually like when you've got an idea as a person who still thinking of a creative, and then you listen back, you like you can kind of hear what you were trying to do, but you didn't execute it.
This is totally different. This was totally
We weren't
different.
trying to do anything.
This was totally different, and this was a time whereby, like in my piano, I can't again. You know, so it was like about my piano, I can't get nalawa manje, our fans.
Yeah, it's not the same.
So
It's not the same.
producers now have become a whole lot more creative. Sebeyakwazi if ukusebenzisa anything and anything to make a certain sound. Kudala, like ngaleza inkathi, people didn't really put much effort into making a beat, as long as the tempo was
correct.
and they looked at me corner no matter you know. So at that time, hey, we were trying to make something, man, and it was
Horrible.
I wonder, even if when I talk to him about it, hey, he just tells me not to talk. He just says, just change the topic. When we think about it,
It was bad.
that's how I learned production. I learned just by watching him like this. He used to produce like music.
But he's producing kak, so how did you get good?
Oh, but I need to working the software basically.
Okay.
You need to like learn how to work the software. After that, the rest of it is you. The creative side is just you. So well, at that time it was dope. Now when we think of it now,
It's crap.
it's crap. But that's we all start somewhere.
Yeah.
And on njalo with production, I was like, okay, now the production side is, you know, getting stronger. I think my strong point when we were working together, I think into I tanda kakhulu ngami, is that I was a bit more musical, like in terms of ukudlala. Like I would lay a lot of chords, like
That's how your music sounds as well.
yeah.
Hence the
I mean,
name
you can
Kumbu
hear.
Keys.
Yeah. Hence the name Kumbu Keys, exactly. Like that's where the name comes from. It's my name and keys. So I wanted to keep the fact that I play keys. Like and in my music, I wanted to okay, now my keys, you know, and I want people to notice the way I play
He
keys.
plays the keys, yeah.
You know. So he introduced me to that. And then after that, the DJing, he also introduced me to that.
So did you start gigging together and then separated?
Yeah.
Or?
So basically, yeah, we worked together as a duo, like not for a long period. I think Mina, it was a thing. You would say, let's find ourselves. It was our entry point.
Yeah.
We got our first gig in Joburg together.
That's dope. Do you remember where it was?
It was at this place called Iconic Rooftop.
I'm not even familiar with Iconic Rooftop.
Hey, that place is buzzing, man.
Yeah. And that was your first gig?
That was our first. Well, when I'm saying it's buzzing, it's like busy. Like the people.
There's lots of people.
Yeah, there's lots of
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
That the owner of that place is very clever in how he does things. You know, like people really come out. But
Washimali.
that was our first. No. No, I'm just saying. We would like, for example,
I'm kidding.
he knows what people want the most. I think maybe like in these places, so he'll make it cheaper, and then under quantity nje ukuthi still no opia namalo, and then mhlawumbe angcono ukuthi mhlawumbe upay 10 rand.
What?
He's got those specials.
That's
Packed.
insane.
When we got there, bro,
It was packed.
first time, it was packed. We was like we so basically we booked into a place in Rosebank, and we had a gig there at Iconic Rooftop, and we went there. Sisapanga nje ngaphandle.
Yeah, ngiyabona ukuthi
You can see the rooftop people
Crazy.
crazy packed.
How are the nerves now, as you see?
Now the nerves, there's two types. There's nerves of ukudlala. Untwana was always like calm. He always knew how to DJ, and you must understand that when we were working together, he's working with someone that he's teaching along the way. Yabo. So also on him, it's a bit of weight because he
He must cover.
he has to cover.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
always covered. No, but sometimes I wear clear. Shy flop of shit. I won't lie. You know? And when I think of those moments, I'm just like, yo, dude. But anyway, it was like he really carried me along.
That's how you grow, yeah.
So when we got to Iconic, sisaba ukuthi la siyaqala siyabonakala nje ukuthi saba seThekwini kuqala.
Yeah.
So, bro, we need to be washed.
Did you all have a plan of what you're gonna play?
We never used to plan our sets. Oh, actually, we used to plan our sets, but when we get there, you don't play what we. I think everybody. It happens to everyone. After that first song.
And it depends on the crowd too.
Yeah,
You have
the
to
crowd
listen
will
to the
determine. Yeah, the crowd will determine what you're gonna
What
play.
you're gonna play?
So when we got there, luckily got khona amanye amachithethu ano forwarding ngempela ke la.
Also from Durban.
They from Durban. They drove up with us actually.
Okay. That's dope. You came with the entourage on your
Yeah,
first gig.
and they were
That's
booked
nice.
somewhere else. They cool guys. They're our boys, and siyabazi nje bethu ukuthi hayi.
Let's start with school.
Makhona laba ngeke.
Yeah, good to know.
Okay, I have fun. Sangela nabo, and they were like there for us. They were really dope, bro.
And how did the gig
kept
go?
our phone. They treated us like, they treated us very well. They treated us like celebrities. That was my first time actually feeling like, not that I've ever felt like a celebrity, but at that time I felt.
Because it was like your
That was my first gig,
yeah,
like
first
traveling.
gig.
Yeah.
So,
Your first gig was in Joburg, and you're from Maritzburg, bro.
well, like my family is from Maritzburg.
No,
I told you, bro.
Maritzburg?
I told you, bro. I
You
told you,
Maritzburg?
bro.
No,
I told you, bro.
That guy? So we always
I keep telling
this
this
niggas
guy.
always say Kubu is from Maritzburg.
Ah.
And I'm like, bro, Kubu's not from Maritzburg.
How are you not from
The
Maritzburg?
funny
Your family
thing
is
is,
from
and the
Maritzburg.
funny
bro.
thing is, I got lost. So how can I be from there? I don't even know, I can't even get to, I cannot be from there. I can't even,
Give me my $20. Give me my money, bro.
Off camera. We
you're
did
making
a bit.
sense.
I told you,
Give me
bro.
my 200, brother.
I kept telling this guy that you're
Give
from
me my
PNB.
200, bro.
Nah.
What's a guy who Come on.
I mean, I'm going to say it's
What's a guy who vote you
born and bred.
For the press,
Tell you, it's
Nah, man. So onto your EP, I have to ask you the standard question. What inspired the EP? You have to ask that question, right?
I want my question sometimes like when I'm sitting alone. What really inspired me here, yabo? But I just like what happens is I just make a lot of music like in my spare time. Yeah. Like I produce a lot of music, and it really goes according to what I like, and I just pick from that.
Yeah.
There's
but
no-
I mean,
there's
that's
no-
It's not like you
inspirational.
stumbled across like, oh, you saw something, you saw a butterfly singing on a rose, and you were like,
I normally hear people like
With
speak
those
or
type of
have those
stories.
encounters, and I want to have them, and I've never ever had an encounter whereby
Really?
like,
something inspired the actual music, something started it.
and I can, and I'm not bragging, I'm not boasting or whatever, but I was to create something
Yeah.
from scratch and make it musical, but without being inspired by anything. There are projects that I've done. It's off topic from EP,
Sure.
but there are projects that I've done there on YouTube where this other lady who was a journalist. She used to do stories of people like on the streets, or like abantu disadvantaged,
Yeah.
like hungry, like but abantu abamnyama. So she used to go around interviewing them, do stories, and so she wanted to do like a whole musical thing, telling a story of these people.
Okay.
So
okay.
she would write a poem or write anything randomly and ask me to make music out of that thing, make a song out of that.
And those are on YouTube.
Those are on YouTube. There's two projects. I think they're on YouTube. I just need to remember the name because we did them Dala. But I know her. I know her name. If you search her, you probably find her.
Okay.
I just don't know if I'm allowed to.
I got it.
Say it out, Lan.
Okay, no, that's not a problem.
But yeah, I mean, like, no inspiration. And tell me, I want you to get this out of this and this out of
And
this.
make music.
And I never used to sit and that's like that worries me sometimes.
Why?
I think why I don't have those encounters.
But I think it just shows how musical you are. You don't
I
need,
think so too.
like you already. It's like music already inspires your mind so much. An idea just comes out of nowhere. Yeah, but it's not like you have to take a walk for you to be inspired. You have to see two lovebirds kissing.
Yeah, but like sometimes I'll sing something and record it on my phone and say, I've got an idea.
You've got an idea.
But not to go to clap it, like something pushed
Something
me.
pushed you, yeah.
I'll be driving sometime and it gives me something like that. I'm listening to a track on the radio, and then minangizwa a bass line.
Sort of like what happened with the clock. Like you just caught that sort of rhythm,
it's really like
and then you're like, then you get home
So
and you remember that rhythm.
can
that you
use
had,
that
and you just
rhythm.
create something.
Yeah, but,
I hear
but
what you're
sometimes
saying.
if I don't record it, I'll forget
You
it.
forget it.
Like there's this other bass line that I had in my head, and I was in the kitchen and my fiancé.
The man is
My
taken.
fiancé, guys,
Oh, yeah.
the man is taken. Guys. She said I mustn't mention her, but I don't mention her. Not a name.
I won't mention the name.
Nah,
but
I
I'll ask the question.
told them I'm gonna show the picture.
He said every time we mention her, her picture's gonna pop up. I was like, nah, we can't do that. But anyway, like I was in the kitchen, she's in the lounge, and this bass line popped up, and I can't remember. My phone was not on me. I quickly dashed to her. I was like, babe, can you please like record me? I need to record this bass line before I forget it. And it's still there, it's still on my phone. I've got an idea in my mind,
what you wanna
because
do.
it always came to me, and then I'd forget it. Then it came to me that time when I recorded it. So I already have an idea of what I would want to do. Sometimes it doesn't work,
Yeah,
but most of the time it
it
works.
works. I've got a friend of mine. His name is by Lonster, and he was telling me one of my favorite songs by him is "How About Now." And there's like I don't even know how to explain it. There's a sound in the beginning. When he broke down how he created that, he was cooking, and at his aunt's house there's a gas stove. You know when you switch on the gas stove, it goes.
That's how
So
it
he was
comes
like,
about.
he was cooking, and he heard that sound, and he's like, yo. So he recorded the thing, then he created a beat around that.
It happens.
I feel like that's you're just musical. You're like
Yeah.
a music person and shit like that.
And
happens.
Abaya
That's
want to don't
crazy.
really.
Don't get that.
Yeah,
they don't have that ability.
I don't have that ability at all. I don't have that.
Well, you don't do music, bro.
Yeah, but there are people that do music that don't.
Yeah. We talk about people, not people
They
who
don't,
are scrolling on my YouTube
Yo,
page.
right through my dinner. Right through my dinner.
Just the YouTube.
I wouldn't expect you, to have that.
You only have ideas of set up upgrades. That's the
Have you done pranks?
Hey, we've tried.
I always watch them and I'm like, hey,
No,
we've tried.
tried. It's so
as,
hard.
It's not
bro.
as easy.
It's hard.
And that's why we think opening is staged.
It's so. Just
That's why when I watch these things, I'm like,
When we did it, we just saw
hard.
what's events. Nah, this shit
It's
is hard.
hard, bro.
You can't just walk up to a person
What
with a
would-
mask.
And like with cameras, that's the thing.
win.
Is that a weed?
Oh, impama. Oh, bro. That's how I'm thinking.
Yo, bro. When we were at the beach, I think it was even worse at the beach, bro. When we were at the beach, ain't
worse.
no way, bro.
So the thing is, it was trying to pick up girls, Gabo. Pick up girls, and then you just show a stack of money. Oh my God. I wanna even approaching a girl, dog. Like on a daily basis, dog.
Right,
Approaching
yeah.
a girl is so hard, dog.
But like, you know what the thing is, Kumbu? Like you can approach a girl and talk to a girl and like nothing can come out of it. But now if you're doing it for a video, you want something to come out of it, so it's gotta be
Free
like,
content.
yeah,
You
you,
gotta respond the way that you
you
want.
see what I'm saying? Hey, it's hard, bro. It's hard. We need to start paying people to do it.
And with these pranks, abantu bavele responding. It's kanjani.
Bro, it's crazy.
The
But
love of my life. Okay.
back to your EP, dog.
Yeah.
So Unlocked, yeah. So how did you? Okay, why did you call it Unlocked?
Okay, I called it Unlocked because I felt like it was a unlocking of me, of Kumbu Keys as a solo artist.
Is it your first
my
solo
first
project?
solo project.
Okay.
The last project I had was with Undwana,
Undwana,
obviously, under house arrest. And then now this is my first Ngingedwa. And so I just decided this should be an unlocking of who Kumbu Keys is. It's just an idea, basically. There's more to come from that,
Unlocked.
you know.
Shout out to Q for the artwork.
Oh yes, oh big shout. Oh
The artwork
please,
is
man,
dope.
please, man. The artwork is super
Shout out
dope,
Q for
man.
real.
Please, man.
And why EP? Why not make it an album? Why not drop? You dropped 4 songs. Why not drop
Give
8
us
songs
songs, bro.
or 12 songs?
Okay.
You did say you make music every day or
Yeah.
in all your spare time. Why
Yeah.
Why specifically only those 4 songs to unlock yourself?
Because I feel like album would have been
Too much.
to let out for me as an upcoming. I think as an upcoming, I wanted to let out Ingoma Ezincane just to see the reaction, to see how people receive Kumbu Keys, as you know.
Testaments and all, bro.
Yeah, we are test and to bonny reception, but even for the genre, personally, for me, for the type of music that I released, I think like maybe 12 songs would have been too long or too much.
Of the same thing. You feel like
Too
it
much
would
of
be
this,
repetitive.
yeah. Like this, the music that we make is similar, you know, and so I felt like people wouldn't even listen to maybe the next 6 or whatever. But it was just, but the main reason is that it was going to be too much to let out as an upcoming. For me, I'm still an upcoming artist, I believe.
And then why not do it as like? Because I know most DJs, most artists will do singles. So like I'll drop a single in Jan, I'll drop a single in Feb, I'll drop a single in March. Why decide to drop all 4 songs at once? Why not spread them out? Drop 1 song in Jan, 1 song in Thingy, and promote it as different singles.
Okay, besides nje ukuthi nje for me, mina nje oqala nje all that we do basically. Okay, so basically I work with Ntwana. Ntwana, we have a team.
Okay.
That I'm under. It's called Strictly Music.
Is that management?
It's not management, I should say. We're just a team. We're just a group of guys. eThekwini, producers and DJs as eThekwini, and we're just working on our craft. I wouldn't say there's anything formal or legal as yet between me and Nabo, but I work with the guys.
Yeah.
So
You'll take inspiration from each
yeah,
other.
yeah. We help each other. We together. Sazi together. You know, I would really love for things to get like for something like that to be actually more serious. Just to go to a structure, but anyway, that's not for me. That's not a decision for me to make. But yeah, ngisebenza namaji Ntwana, so siyabonisana when it comes to these things. We don't have I don't have anyone or specific to deal in a PR or whatever the case may be. I don't have no management yet. So there is a guy who's kind of managing me. People go through him before they get to me.
Kind of managing.
He's not in an advisor. Like when it comes to the.
We didn't speak to that guy to get this interview though.
No.
You spoke to me. I'm the guy.
You're the guy.
I'm the guy. I'm the guy.
But like the Njengoba ngisho ukuthi, I wouldn't really say umuntu a manager, because if you want me, you can even talk to me. It wouldn't be a thing. It would say manje ngiyocela lapha. But uyangibonisa ukuthi okay, this you don't need to do. This you don't need to do. Is there because there are things that take away. Yeah, that take a lot from
you.
From us for what's singagini lutho basically. Yeah, so so with working with the guys, okay, we don't like if we can't release a track now and then next month and then because that's gonna need a lot. It's a lot of admin. It's a lot of things to consider. It's a lot of finances. We have to think about all of these things. And I mean, I had the idea of just releasing
one song,
of just releasing one song which was the
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa.
Wow, konnichiwa.
We like
Yeah,
the way that song actually was made was actually crazy. It was actually crazy. We were coming from Ntwana had a gig in Live. I think we started at Rockers, then we went to Live, and then we were there until Wasoka Pumilanga, and Udipsy, who's one of the girls on, was one of the artists featured
On
on
the
the
track.
EP. Was like, hey, let's go to the studio. Studio Santwana, it's your span because it was 6 Hey, we all went there, bro.
Vibes
Got there.
immaculate.
Packed house.
It was crazy. Kwangathi sisangene azil. And we made this song and we were just like, this song is crazy.
That's good.
It's so good.
This song
It's
is
so
crazy. It was Dwana, praise, Dipsy. I mean, you saw the guys that, that worked on the track. So that was the idea until Kuntwana wangibonisa wathi it's for keeping on my manje. Like most of the songs that are there have been on my
Have been in your.
on my list of songs or whatever on my PC for quite a while. Go ukuthi nje bengilokho ngiyilungisa like as time goes by and ngiyezwa ukuthi sound iyashintsha kancane bengilokho ngiyilungisa ngiyitweaka every now and then until I was like, you know what,
It's
I
time.
think it's ready to be out.
How many songs would you say are just sitting on your laptop? Because artists always say, I've got 500 songs.
Hey,
I'm just waiting to
I've seen
release.
that. I've
500
I've
songs.
seen someone. Hey, I've seen someone. I went like I've worked with Lokuzana before. Like with this production thing. I used to layer chords for basically DJs or artists that are producing. They just asked me to come and layer chords for them, and that's it. So I was a sessionist. So I did this for Sano. I got an invite. Yo,
Sano
I
musician.
remember the time, bro.
musician.
How?
I remember that
what
time.
the-
That was my first. That was
That was hard, bro.
Yasuga.
That was
Yasuga,
hard.
yeah.
Yasuga, man.
That was
Like,
hard, bro.
I remember it was hard.
crazy,
It was
Kumba,
crazy.
that's dope.
It was crazy. Because I remember he actually called it Olid.
He called your mom.
Yeah, like, he's very like, he spoke to my mom. He's very like, he's a very,
Respectful
like,
guy.
a respectful guy. Yeah,
Stand up guy.
Sano's from Durban.
Well, I think,
Actually, don't.
what I'm the conversation that we had, but not Uksuga. Like,
Mhlawumbe wakhulelana
bakhulelana and then
Okay. Yeah.
but I got the chance to go there. I was crashing at his place, and bro, we sat in the studio with this guy. We worked a mini, and then he just showed me like the music, bro.
He's got music.
Like some of the music that's coming out.
That's
Or
been
that,
there.
hey, my bro. And you just like, this is insane.
Like, how do you even remember which one is which? That's
Now
the
that's
thing.
the
for me.
thing now. Like the thing is, okay, obviously, like what we do now, and I know like a lot of producers do this. We work on the project. We don't even save it.
Yeah, it's just
Veloci,
untitled
save as untitled whatever.
Yeah,
or
untitled
kubo project ban. You make another
You make
project.
another one, yeah.
So to find out what project is this, you have to go through all the projects.
You have to listen.
Every single time.
Well, Pela, depends on how often you work.
Yo.
Yabo abanye abantu phela bethi they save vele. Khona abantu abasaveayo ubenzela kona lokho kodwa kwesinye isikhathi mina sometimes ngiyenza ingoma and I'm not happy, then I just save it and leave it there. But I can come back for that song. I'll leave it there and start another one. Yeah, bo, until I get to a point where
Should now name Gome Ningi. We like to
that's the thing, I would need to go there and count.
and count. Not
But-
not even
but-
counting, but even thinking, Wuti, you have music.
Oh, jeez.
Are
But-
these aren't finished songs?
I'm happy. Some of them are not finished, but most of them are. I'm happy when I finish a song. When I finish a song, then are the days. I try by all means to make a song a day. If Guinness cut.
So imagine.
Ukuthi ngiqede. No matter I don't like it, or no matter imbi kanjani.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes I feel like a song is bad, but someone else will be like, hey.
The songs.
Then that
So
means
it's
you've
fine.
got quite a lot of music then.
I would say I do. Like you see this PC that I'm using now is a new PC. That's another thing. like that old
There's
PC that I was
that's,
using.
That's lost in that PC.
I lost all my music in that PC, and I had to start afresh with this new PC.
So like Nasty C, apparently Nasty C lost his PC as well.
Bro.
didn't it?
Like no, the PC is there. It just broke down, and like that's one thing that we don't do. We don't save our
You should
thing.
have had a cloud or
But
something.
Yeah.
now I drive, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man.
So Konichi was the most popular song. Which one would you say is your favorite song?
I like Change Down.
Change
Change
Down was
Down
the
is
first
actually
track.
dope.
Change Down, if it's Change Down has got that Yona and a musical effect in the
Yeah,
umbrella.
it's got that private
Yeah, it's got
piano.
the private.
Yeah.
At the same
it's
time,
dope.
like if you listen to the music, I try by all means to keep, like at the beginning, to keep it mellow to show the musical side, and then ngale ngasekugcineni ngiyazama ukuthi to compose it a little bit, you know, just
Composer it, bro.
abantu bathi ukudansa kancane,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So ukuze ngabe like too private, you know. So
100%, bro.
I think change down.
Change Down would be the thing.
It's my favorite too, dog. I think I've told you that too. I changed down.
A lot of people really like that.
Said it, bro.
So, just before we end this off, yeah, can we expect more music this year? Are you just gonna work this EP for the rest of the year, or is there a plan, or are you just making music and hopefully something lands?
Okay, this year, well, this month I was supposed to drop
Fire.
2 fire tracks. Nokola. I'm dropping Nokola TSM.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys know Nokola TSM. Nokola TSM is one of the
Crazy.
biggest in Durban.
Crazy.
Naye, crazy. I'm a piano DJ. So I'm dropping 2 tracks with him. Sharpshooter, Miss Tiko. So it's gonna be a double.
Mistake or no mistake,
Miss Tiko.
or like a god.
Yeah.
So basically, like it can be Uki
Okay.
and Miss Tiko.
It's too close.
Oh, that's why I'm asking. Bengit mina uthi is tip or like an idol. That's what I was.
Yeah, but that's now, yeah.
Cross.
Now, yabo nayo ke ngifuna ukuyilungisa ke. Yabona ibalekile le nto ayishoyo.
Yeah.
We need to fix that ngoba manje angikwazi ukulungisha yabo because I know ukuthi Tiko is an idol.
Yeah.
But
So
can you use the
sis
word
Tiko.
sis
Sis
Tiko?
Tiko.
Then it's not gonna work. Then.
What's not gonna?
Get the truth.
Like when I said it's Tiko, I wanted to capture the
The
key,
locking.
the lock or the key.
The unlock
the
effect.
key
Lock.
one.
Yeah.
Yabo. Manje if it's Tiko.
Is that harder to say?
Bro.
It's cheap.
I'm gonna write it down.
I don't even know how to spell
And I don't think
it,
it's
bro.
gonna have that because now with us Zulu people, most of the people when they say it's Tiko, they think
it's Pambana.
key. No, they think key. Maybe it's Tiko. No, but
Really? Maybe it's Njangu Key, man. As in Zulu. I thought.
Yeah, no, but like I'm just saying, like
For some people,
for some people, but
lost in
all it is
translation.
Tiko
Yeah.
or whatever.
As soon as you
It
said
is an
that,
idol.
Yeah, I thought when you said it, I thought you were saying like an idol.
It is an idol, but like I'm saying, like even like giving these songs names is so hard. It's so hard. Like you asked me what inspires you. That's why it's so hard to come up with a name because you know.
It's all in your head. It's
You
just
know?
music sitting in your head and you're
Yeah,
making it.
you know. So yeah, but it's a double drop. Nokola TSM.
So we can expect more music this year.
Yes, definitely.
100%.
Like we as Pumul man, condition don't So there's like no resting. I think it's just try and let out as much music as
As
you
you
can.
can. Fire, bro. That's fire.
Most def.
Kumbu, thank you very much for doing this, my bro. We appreciate it. Everyone who's watching this, please go check out the EP. Follow Kumbu Keys on IG
Kumbu Keys, Kumbu underscore Keys
With a Z.
with a Z.
with a Z at the end on the keys.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, we'll actually put everything on the screen, innit?
I'll
We'll
try.
put all the socials. He said he'll try. Bro, production. We'll put everything on the screen. Go run up the numbers on the thing. Kumbu performs as well. If you're in Durban, Kumbu performs every Saturday and every Tuesday at Berlin. Am I correct?
Yep.
So come through to Berlin. Let's have a good time. Let's support the brother, man. Is there anything else from your side, dear cousin?
For me, you know the story. Say honest. You put on your face. So I want your face. Just keep it going. Keep it flowing.
Honest, now over on.
Like the water.